Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful Friday morning, and we are back with our predictions as usual. We take a look at football games happening across the globe, make verdicts on this each of these matches. Using the results or the teams. Bring all that together and come up with a very possible verdict for each of the matches. And we've been doing that at the same time and be winning matches. Okay, even though yesterday wasn't the best days for us, and we have to put that behind us and actually look forward to doing very well today, just as we are doing in recent time. And today we are going to achieve a lot. We're looking to achieve 100%, results in this one. So do not joke with this one. And actually, it is a lot of time it was spent. Looking into this game. So definitely, we're going to have a very good outing today. All right. Remember that we also have our games on the VIP. We'll be putting out our games there. VIP special. We'll put out games that have that higher probability of coming out correctly. Also, so do endeavor to join and also have access in that very access to that very VIP special group. All right. You can always find the link to join the VIP channel membership in the description of this very video, as well as anyway you see join channel membership around this very video. Don't forget to join for a little token. Remember, in that way you are supporting us and helping us to continue doing these very predictions on a daily basis. All right. With that said, we head to the business of today, and we have a game in the Danish Super League in Denmark. We'll have AGF Aarhus who will be hosting Nordsjaelland, and we'll start look at the stats for these two sides. We could know that AGF have got 5 wins and a draw in the last 6 games, and we also saw Nordsjaelland having 4 wins and 2 losses. And when you look at how these two sides fared from home and away perspective, the home side AGF had 6 wins and 2 draws. They also had 2 losses out of the last 10 home matches that they had. That's 60% of the time they've been able to win most of the matches. And away side, on the other hand, Nordsjaelland have got 4 wins. They've also had 6 losses out of the last 10 away matches that they had so far. That is also 60% loss for them. When you look at how these two sides fared on the head-to-head basis, last time both teams met, it was AGF who actually won on that very occasion. It was a 2-1 victory for them from away on that very occasion, and that happened on the 28th of September. On that, we saw AGF doing so very well on that very occasion, winning against this very side. And with that, putting all that together, we are expecting to see the home side to not lose here. So we double chance the home side AGF to either win or draw, and we're expecting to see a minimum of 2 goals in this very encounter. So home win or draw and over 1.5. That's already for that very encounter. Okay, for today is also a game in the Turkish second division. We'll have Silversport who will be facing Hatayspor. And we look at the stats for these two sides. Silversport, the home side, have got 2 wins and 4 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 games that they had so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Hatayspor only had 1 draw out of the last 6 games. They've lost a whole 5 games out of the last 6 matches. They're not doing very well at the moment. They are in poor form at the moment. And looking at how these two sides head from home and away basis, you can see for the home side, Silversport, the last 10 home games that they had so far produced 6 wins and 3 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 10 appearances for Silversport home side. And the away side Hatayspor, on the other hand, have got just 1 1 win, 2 draws. They've also had 7 losses out of the last 10 away games that they had. Not the best side, in recent games. And when you look at how the side fared on head-to-head, but even though we saw Hatayspor winning the last meeting between two sides, if they play from home on that very occasion, but we've seen Silversport doing very well in recent time, dominating most of the matches that they had so far. And the reason we're going with the home side, to do very well against this very side who have been quite very poor, who have lost 5 games out of the last 6 matches. So we expect to see goals here as well. Having seen that most of the time, most of the meeting between the two sides also produce lots of goals. We are going with home side to win or draw and over 1.5 once again. Home win or draw and over 1. That's our verdict for that very encounter. All right, the next game for today is in the Danish second division. We have Helsingor who will be facing Thisted. All right, and in this one, we look at the home side. 6 matches out of 6 they've lost out of all of the matches they've had so far. And the away side, Thisted have won 2 games and a draw. They've had 3 losses in the last 6 recent games. All right, taking a look at the performances from home and away basis. The home side, the last 10 home games they had have produced just one win for them and two draws. They have lost 7 games in the last 10 home matches. Not a very good side, recent time. Helsingor and Thisted, the away side, have actually done very well from the last 10 away games. We saw them winning 8 matches and a draw. They've lost just one out of the last 10 away matches. That's a very strong side in recent games, judging by the recent form. And we also saw, Thisted, the away side, actually did very well against Helsingor the last time both teams met, which was a 2-0 victory for Thisted on that very occasion. That happened on the 29th of August of this very year, and hence we are going with the away side to do very well once again against a side that have always beaten and a side that have actually lost 7 matches out of the last 10 home match. So Thisted, the away side, to win outright. Despite a big odd, it's quite big, 2.02 odd. We still are going with that away side to win outright here. So away win, that's our verdict for that very encounter. All right. Lastly, we have a game in the Wales, Feeders League. We'll have Denby Town who will be up against Ruthin Town. And we look at the stats. We can see Denby Town having 2 wins and a draw, as well as 3 losses. And the away side, Ruthin Town, a draw, a win and 3 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games for them. And we're looking at how the side play from home and away base. You can see the home side, Denby Town, the last 10 home matches they had produced 7 wins for them and 1 draw, as well as 2 losses. And the away side, Ruthin Town had just 1 win, 2 draws, but they lost 7 matches in the last 10 away games that they had so far. All right. And also, when you look at the results, how the score line between the two sides, and you can see that the last 10 home matches for the home side, Denby Town, have actually produced over 2.5 on 8 occasions, out of the last 10, home games that they had, over 2.5 occurring 80% of the time, and the Ruthin Town also have had over 2.5 on 7 occasions out of the last 10 away matches that they have so far, and in this very one we are expecting to see a lot of goals occurring here, and we are going to expect the home side Denby Town to do very well. So we are going with home side win or draw and over 1.5, over 2.5 rather. Home side to win or draw and over 2.5. That's already for that very encounter. And that will conclude it for us today on Betcraft. We wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly, as these are football matches. Sometimes it may not be exactly what was expected. And also note that other games that we have for you will be on our VIP special group. Do endeavor to become a member, for a little token, so that you always have access to all our games that will be coming on a daily basis. You can always find the link in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around the very video. With that said, we end it for today. Remember to play responsibly. Play with what you can afford to lose. I always advise that. That's very important. Always treat this as fun, because sometimes other factors might come in, and you may end up not getting exactly what was expected. So tomorrow is another day. We'll be back, and we are hopeful that we're going to have a good day today. So until tomorrow, keep winning.